IndyCar is really getting a lot of momentum. There's the fan interest is skewing a lot younger with some of the things that they're reporting to us, and we're all pumped up about what may be coming down the pike with everything with IndyCar. So that's fantastic.
Hey, so Chris Blair, General Manager of Worldwide Technology Raceway here in the Freak Nation. You got the big Bommarito Auto Group 500 coming up 2 weeks from today there at the track. Did the race set up nicely for you coming up in a couple of weeks?
It wasn't necessarily what I'd hoped for. I'd hoped we'd have a big points battle coming in with everything on the line, and that didn't happen. So now it's basically going to be one of those things where Joseph is going to have to hope that Alex doesn't show up for the next couple of races and he can win a few. So we're just playing up on the fact that what we're looking at right now, Joseph could set the all-time record, I believe, for most consecutive oval wins or something like that. I was talking to Mike Zizzo today, and told him if we got to come up with some story angles, maybe that's the story angle we're going to go with, is playing up on Joseph chasing history.
Chasing history, or maybe even coming in with a vengeance because of what happened in Indianapolis. And he is so successful at Worldwide Technology Raceway that the vengeance might be kind of nice to watch.
Yeah, he's won 4 of the 7 events that we've had, and so he dominates the racetrack. So if there was ever one that he could come back and really change what was a bad day for him, then this would be the one that could do it. So pretty excited about that. It should be a good race.
Okay, so tell everybody, you have been one of the best promoters in all of motorsports, whether it's NHRA or NASCAR or IndyCar. You've got that mind. You know how to get people. And sometimes the stuff is just so obvious, but other people just aren't doing it. So you say, why not? Tell us what you did at the Charlie Brown's restaurant in Indianapolis.
Well, the story behind this one is funny. I was having lunch with Robin Miller there years ago. And we were just talking about, he was saying, you need to make sure you're hanging stuff up here in the restaurant so that when people are in town, everybody comes here. All the IndyCar fans come there. And so I go out to the front, and there's like 40 things hanging on the doorway. And I'm like, okay, if I hang something here, it's just going to get lost. And we went over and started talking to them. And then it's kind of funny. Taylor, who works in my ticket office, she had a friend that was connected with Charlie Brown's, and they said that one thing they needed was the placemats. So we cut a deal with them where we provide their placemats, and I get more comments about the placemats at Charlie Brown's than just about anything else we do. I mean, we hang signs on the side of buildings in that town to try to promote the race, and people all they want to talk about is the pancakes. So hey, it works. That was the most. I got on the elevator yesterday, show up at IMS. I get on the elevator, and this guy's behind me, and he says, it's absolutely brilliant that you sponsor the placemats at Charlie Brown's. And we just like pancakes, man. That's all there is to this. And it was just, a tip that Robin Miller kind of got going, that you need, if you want to go after the IndyCar fans, you got to go to Charlie Brown's. So it's like you fish where the fish are. So that's what we're trying to do, is get those old fans to come on down, make a short drive down to see us at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Brilliant.
I don't think it's brilliant. I mean, heck, we just like pancakes. That's all there is to it. Who doesn't like Charlie Brown's pancakes? So it worked.
Yeah, but it's not in your city. It's in another city. But yes, it's the fan base you want. Worldwide Technology Raceway is advertising that they can in Indianapolis. I do think it's brilliant.
Well, and here's the great thing about that. Doug Bowles is the greatest guy on the planet, and Doug is okay with us coming into his backyard to promote our events. Now, he likes that we wait a little bit till after he sold his tickets before we start hammering things. But, Doug's been really supportive of everything that we do, and, we just got to get out there and get in front of it. We share a lot of our fans, and, it's all about growing the sport of IndyCar racing, and that's one of the things we want to try to do too.
Chris Blair, I feel like I want to talk to you about drifting, but I know that's far. That's a rabbit hole we can't go down right now. Are you home already? What time did you leave Indy to be sitting in your living room on a couch?
I watched part of the start of the race. I would have stayed for the whole race, but we're having a media tour tomorrow morning with Joseph Newgarden. He's coming to town. We're going to be doing a bunch of promotion with him, so I couldn't stick around. And funny you say, talk about drifting. So I get home and I find out that my son Austin bought another drift car. So I think we're up to like 4 of them now. He found a GTO that he drove from Indiana. He worked the SRX race. He flew the drone at the SRX race the other night. He finds out that there's a GTO for sale somewhere in Indiana, takes his paycheck and goes and buys this GTO and drives it down I-70 in full drifting setup mode so he could drift it Friday night. So now we've got, I think at least 3 cars that we can drift.
That might be Reese Millen's old car. You better check. It might have some history.
Yeah, but so you never know what you're going to get when it comes to drifting around here. But we had a great Formula Drift event, and it's something we really love here in this household.
So let's talk about, you're an oval guy at Worldwide Technology Raceway. We had a little conversation earlier in the show about whether or not we should have a road course sharing the weekend at Indianapolis, or let them go back to, like they did in the Brickyard, race around the oval. What do you think about that? Do you think they ought to drop the oval from the Indy weekend?
I'm not going to touch that one because that's not my racetrack. So I've learned that you have to stay in my lane, okay? And my lane is what's happening at Worldwide Technology Raceway. But I will tell you, this weekend at Indy, and you guys that were there, you'll know this, it was probably one of the most positive weekends I've seen in many, many years. With everything that was going on, IRP was really positive. All the stuff going on at the Brickyard, whether it was NASCAR, whether it was IndyCar, whether it was the Xfinity Series, there was just a lot of happy people, both fan people and industry people. And I really left there really upbeat on everything that's going on with the sport right now. So that was great to see.
Chris?
Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle.
Here we go! In St. Louis at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
It's time to mark your calendar. Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th.
Joseph Newgarden wins back-to-back years at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Get your tickets now at WWTRaceway.com.
Yeah, that's why I don't want it to go away.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Statman. I was just saying that's why I don't want it to go away. It's such a happy atmosphere.
Does that help you, Chris, to have that good feeling and you're the next event on the calendar? Everybody feels good about what's going on. Does that help you sell tickets?
Oh, it never hurts. And that's the thing about it. If people are having a good time and just all the positives that came out about that, when you're going on social media right now, no one's complaining. Everybody enjoyed yesterday's IndyCar race. Everybody enjoyed today's NASCAR race. It helps a lot, because last thing you want to do is for people to go somewhere and see a lousy event, and then you're trying to sell tickets the next time out of the box. So and everything about that IndyCar race, I can't believe people aren't talking about that start. I mean, the start was amazing when they're going 3 and 4 wide, and guys coming from 6th place into the lead on the first turn. I mean, that was absolutely amazing. And the IndyCar's got such a great product right now. And one of the things too that yesterday there was a team owners meeting with all the IndyCar team owners, and just the positives that was coming out of that, of how IndyCar is really getting a lot of momentum. There's the fan interest is skewing a lot younger with some of the things that they were reporting to us, and we're all pumped up about what may be coming down the pike with everything with IndyCar. So that's fantastic. So
a team owner meeting with Zach Brown sitting next to Chip Ganassi.
Okay, well, don't touch that one either, man.
But here's what I was thinking. But everybody's talking about Elon Musk and Zuckerberg having their MMA match. I think we ought to have a wrestling ring at Worldwide Technology Raceway, and we get Chip and we get Zach, and they just wrestle it out. They just settled this whole thing about who owns who and who's paying for what. I mean, I think it'd be fun. That'd be a nice show.
Hey, Gossage was do it. Why don't you do it, Blair? Hey,
we're doing it.
Blair, there's still some seats left for your race coming up next couple of weeks. You got a big Saturday and a big Sunday. Share with the Freak Nation, start to finish, before we got to get the hell out of here.
It's a wide open, another full show on Saturday. The Indy Next Series, biggest field they've ever brought to town. They're coming in with the show on Saturday. Then we're going to be having the Indy practice and qualifying, going to add that extra session on Saturday. We've got some music and live events going on there. We're even promoting a dirt track event down at Ken Schrader's track at Peevely. We've got the IRA sprint cars, first time they've ever been at Schrader's place, so that should be a good race on Saturday. Sunday, we come back with vintage Indy cars. We have the USAC Silver Crown Series. First time we've had Silver Crown and IndyCar on the same day, and then the Bommarito Automotive Group 500. And this week, we're going to announce that we have a big musical act. Flostradamus will be performing leading into the race.
Chris,
Nice.
say goodbye. TV's got to cut us short.
See ya.